Hi, Shadia here, and welcome back. Let's make some mushroom stew. Okay, so I have 4 portobello mushrooms that I actually maybe might not want to do like I did. I washed them the day before. I just have a phobia with picking fruits and vegetables that everybody's hands are all over. So I know they say just wipe them down with a damp rag, but that's not good enough for me. So anyway, fast forward. I cleaned out the fins underneath, the black scales or whatever they're called underneath. And I did this the day before the washing. So they were able to dry out some. And I'm cutting them up and transferring them into a pan. And you got to excuse my workspace because I'm not home doing this. And now I brought with me 2 bell peppers washed and dried, a red and yellow. So I'm just going to cut these up, and bam, you don't want to watch me cut these. You've seen that before. So I did a julienne cut, which is look like a french fry, but thin. And I had only at home a quarter of a red onion, which was fine, but I love red onions in all my food. Lots of it and lots of peppers. So we're going to make sure our little portable stove is nice and hot. And guess what, y'all? I forgot to bring oil with me. So, not a problem. I put the peppers and onions in the hot skillet, and then I just added a little water so they don't burn. About a tablespoon to start. Just make sure if you do it this way, you monitor and make sure your skillet is not drying out. I added a half a teaspoon of the minced garlic, and we're just going to let that marinate together in the hot skillet. And a little bit more water. Just don't do a whole lot of water. You don't want to drown it. Just, like I said, just keep adding a little at a time. And I bought some russet potatoes with me. And in total, I believe I diced up 3, starting off with 2 here. So I'm cutting them small because, like I said, I'm not home. So it's not like I can parboil them. So we're going to let them cook in the skillet. So we want to cut them as small as possible so they don't take forever to cook, because we only get an hour for lunch. Not that we need longer, but we want these potatoes cooked. Okay, look at that. Looks good, right? So in I go with the potatoes. You want all of that oniony and pepper flavor to get all over your potatoes. And here I have some mustard seeds. Excuse me. And I'm going to put about a quarter to a half a teaspoon in. You can use whatever seasonings you want. Like I said, this was a trial. This is a 21 seasoning I found in Trader Joe's. And I said, let me try this. So I think that what I would say about a teaspoon. You can be generous. I don't think there was any salt in that. I forgot to read it. But cumin. And I did about a quarter of a teaspoon of cumin. You don't want to overpower. So you know how I do. Teaspoon or less. Mustard powder. And there I used believe about a half a teaspoon. Again, forgive my videoing because I was in tight quarters and I thought I was zoomed in on the pot, but the skillet, and my My angling is bad. Okay, mushroom powder. Remember these mushrooms a while back? I took some dried mushrooms and put them in my blender and made my own mushroom powder. So that was about a half a teaspoon. Am I talking too much? Okay, so we're going to mix that up. I wish you could smell this. The ladies were like, oh, it smells good. I said, I hope it tastes good. Now, see, I'm putting a little bit more water because I don't want my potatoes to stick to the skillet. So, and well, this little cheap stove thingy I got, it won't hold the temperature as high as we want it. So I had it on the highest setting. So I wasn't worried about anything burning. So I did cover that up. Now, checking and moving the potatoes because they're not completely done. You don't want them tender. You want them just so that a fork or knife will go through it, but you want to bite to it because we're not finished cooking. So now that I've taken them out, I put the mushrooms in and I'm adding that 21 seasoning to that. And like I said, season to your taste, but it's safe to start with a half a teaspoon to a teaspoon. And then you can always add more later. The the mustard powder, and now that's the cumin going in. And again, season to taste. There's no recipe to this. I just, like I said, Sally brought those mushrooms and said, do something with this. There's some more garlic going in. And you're going to mix that up. You know, I love mixing. Get all that seasoning all over everything. Now, I had some frozen Brussels sprouts at home. I brought them with me and I cut them up and they were still frozen. So I put those in with the mushrooms because I want them to start cooking because they're frozen before I add the potatoes. So the density of the potato and the Brussels sprouts were pretty much the same when I stuck the knife in both. And there's my not chicken bouillon. I put 1 cube in. Now these are salty, so excuse me, allergies. Yeah, so you want to break that up, let it melt in, and you want to, have your coworkers or friends or family or you taste it and see if it's where you want. I thought I was cute, so now I just wanted to add some red wine cooking sauce in, and I was looking for it to go, like the professionals do. It didn't do that. That little cheap cooking stove top thing. I was so upset. I was so crushed. Okay, so now I'm testing my Brussels sprouts, and yep, they're dense enough for the consistency of the potatoes. So now I'm adding the potatoes and get all that juice in there. Yes, don't waste the seasonings. It looks so good right now. I shocked myself with this recipe. I tell you, I was not expecting this. I said, my girls at work are going to say, don't make this again. But it was delicious, really amazing. So I covered it up and now I'm checking to see if the potatoes and the Brussels sprouts are where I want them to be. And I said, let me do a light gravy, not a lot, because I don't have any mashed potatoes or rice to pour that over. So we just don't want to eat vegetables and gravy, although you could. So I wanted to save myself embarrassment, because you know how when you put that flour in the skillet on the food and it starts to clump and you don't have a whisk with you to beat the crap out of that to make that stuff smooth. So, I took a sifter and I put a teaspoon of flour into the sifter tap that over the vegetables to make it nice and soft. And yeah, you know. Yeah, do it again. 2 teaspoons. Yes. Mix that up. See how nice and easy that was? That I got no clumps. Now there goes that red cooking wine again. Yes, I look professional doing that. Just joking. But, okay, so now I took a pinch of, well, maybe a little bit more than a pinch. I want to say that might have been in total about a half a teaspoon of pink Himalayan salt. Because that stuff is potent. You don't want to use too much of that. And then you cover it up and let it marinate and simmer. And let's go back and check again. Yeah. Now, I said, we need another cube of bouillon. Use whatever you like. Beef, vegetable, chicken, bouillon, non-chicken, non-beef. Look at that. Oh my God.
Oh. These Brussels sprouts taste like cabbage. This is really good. I don't know what it is, but
It was just thrown together.
Yeah, those just something thrown together.
it was really good, Mom.
Oh, all right.
I love it.
All right.
Oh my God, this is really good.
So tell them what to do.
Go on Shadia, like, comment, and there's something else you have to do. Subscribe. That's what you gotta do. Subscribe to Cooking with Shadia. And you will find out all recipes that are healthy for you, vegan. She really doesn't make a lot of like our food anymore. But if I'm eating it, trust me, it's good. Good.
This is delicious. Oh, really good. What is this?
That's Brussels sprouts. And
It is delicious.
with the portobello mushrooms you brought in. And russet potatoes with peppers and onions, a
This
little
is
wine,
delicious.
red wine sauce.
Oh, we got some red wine to drink with it?
No, not red wine, but cooking red
I
wine.
know, cooking red wine.
Mm-hmm.
This is delicious. It's very good. You threw this together.
Yes, I did. We don't even know what to call that. I guess we'll call it a mushroom stew.
Mushroom stew.
Okay.
Shadia's mushroom stew. Please subscribe to Cooking with Shadia and go to her page. She makes some delicious meals. She just throws it together and it comes out good.
And the video will be posted soon.
Thank you.
Peace. We're out.
Peace. We're out.